Yep.
Alright, so the fear of God has been prevalent in like civilization since the first known civilization. Like the Aztecs used to murder their kings if they had a bad season of corn. He used to spread his blood around across the fields to grow corn for the next season. But thankfully, that doesn't happen nowadays. But we still condemn people for sacrilegious acts like music, like rapping, because Lil Wayne's bad and stuff like that. But more recently, there was an ordeal with art. Andres Sereno, art piece, Piss Christ. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. But first, you guys will need to know a little bit about Andres Sereno. He was an artist. He's African and Cuban, I believe. And he was born around the 1950s. He's pretty old now. But he still does artwork. He's doing an exhibition. No, I'm saying he's.
Wait a minute, define what's old.
Wait a second. So he's still doing exhibitions. That's what I mean. He has a lot. He has like a variety of exhibitions he's doing. Right now he has a Trump exhibition, so he's getting lots of hate for that. After he's done this, you guys are gonna realize why people hate him.
This made national headline news.
Yeah. Actually, the Trump thing was like 2017. He made a museum for Trump. He bought like 200,000 worth of merchandise from Trump, and he doesn't
and
even
demanded his money back.
He didn't vote for Trump. He just did it just to piss people off. That's what some people say. But he's been doing these sort of radical exhibitions his whole career. He's been using fluids for most of his exhibitions, like Piss Christ and Blood Pope. Blood Pope is where he made an image using blood of the Pope, which can be taken in a bad way, obviously. But Piss Christ, even though it's a beautiful picture, it's someone's urine, and he dumped the crucifix inside of it. And he was going for more of an abstract sort of picture with the whole fluids thing, but lots of people didn't get that. So the questions that this makes you think is, would a guy who's a devout Christian, he's Catholic since birth, would he make these images to piss people off? And for most people, that's yes. Take like Senator Helms of North Carolina. Although he's a very prejudiced guy, and conservative, the senator, he really hated this image, along with a lot of other senators who use this image to verify cutting back funds for art endowment, government funding, and stuff like that. But they also have a history of biases towards, conventional way of life and not abstract artwork. And also people responded violently, as well as the politicians. They actually went to the art exhibition, and I think they attacked the guard, and while they attacked a few of the artwork by Serrano, like with hammers and knives, but the outcome of that is Serrano left the pictures up damaged instead of repairing them with like cracked glass just to prove a point. Serrano is never the one to explicitly tell why he does something or what they mean, but leaving it up would lead you to infer that he wants you to get a message from it. So the people's response in general was they really hate Serrano. They still do to this day, even though this was back in 1989, this picture. And the pictures were they were vandalized like 10 years ago, like recently. But not all people hate him. One of the nuns, I think it's Sister Wendy. She is a very devout. She actually almost had a campaign for Pope. She would have been the first female Pope. She looked at it from a metaphorical sense, which is what you probably should do when you're looking at art. How the crucifix is plastic, and how maybe in a consumer sort of how do I say it? Like a consumer-driven world, like the plastic means how much we value the crucifix, and then obviously peeing on it is a sign of disrespect. And the volume of the fluid, it would infer that it was more than one person doing it, maybe inferring that society's disrespecting Christ. But like she said, only 10% of the people, including herself, really see the metaphorical sort of deal, and the outcome of it was more driven towards publicity because of the cut back on the budget funding from the government and artwork and stuff. So basically what I'm trying to get back at here is that before we condemn other people's artwork, we need to look at it from all viewpoints, instead of just looking at it from the government or the people's viewpoint, because this could have been a very critical art piece for a different reason, instead of just being sort of like a slander on Christianity, which it obviously isn't, because he's been like a Catholic for like 80 years or something. But what else is it? When Sister Wendy actually said that if anything, this artwork